Hey, we do have additional dialogue options for Slate. The autopilot flew my ship directly into the sun. Oh my god, I was complaining about that before. Is that actually a so-called feature? Because if so, I am not even mad. That's hilarious. Had an exciting dream, did you? It's not exactly impossible for the autopilot to get you too close to the sun, but it's not like it'll try to take you there on purpose. Well, on purpose or not, it did it. Make sure the sun isn't between you and your destination when you engage the autopilot, and you'll be fine. Well, okay, Mr. Smart Guy. Alright, now last time we learned a whole bunch of tricks as far as dealing with quantum nonsense, and there's a whole lot of other stuff I want to look at as well. There's a whole lot of things that I tried to get to work and couldn't, but for the first time since the start, recording has almost caught up with the release schedule. So I've also had time to read a couple of comments. Not a lot of them because it's Spoiler City in there, and I won't even want to talk about what it's like to try and go through my Discord right now. But suffice to say, you guys have given me a couple of new ideas. I don't know if we're going to be able to slow down in time, but we've got to keep it in our sight. That's the important thing. There we go. Come on. Alright, now Quantum Moon. We've now learned that we can, in fact, take the photo with us through the hatch, which means that we should be able to get you... Oh, wow, you are passing very, very, very close to Giant's Deep. You're trying to evade us now. You know that we've learned the way to land on you, and you're trying to get us sucked in by the gravity. Well, it ain't gonna work on me, no sir. Well, maybe it'll work. Okay, now let's kill our relative velocity. Take snapshot, and now that you're right there, whoop, you ain't getting out of my view. Actually, I didn't need to leave the ship for this. But let's see what happens if we try to go inside, and yes! Yes, we've done it! Yes! Oh, I really wish I'd brought the ship. I don't know why I had it in my head that I had to do this alone, but you know what? It's so much cooler. Now, as they said, according to our compass, we have appeared at the south side, and that must be Solenum's shuttle. I think it was Solenum that made the pilgrimage. Oh, what can we learn here? And look, there's plants for oxygen. Oh, this is so exciting. Honestly, this is like finding Atlantis almost. That thing that's been... So this game has such a cool thing about it where everything about it is just barely out of your grasp from the very beginning. So when you finally get it, it's like such a long time coming. It feels like there's precedent. It's not just like you've stumbled onto something. I'm here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the Quantum Moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I'll make the remainder of my journey on foot. Oh, I just realized your ship's still here. You never made it out. We don't know why the Quantum Moon welcomes its visitors at the South Pole. Just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. I think I'm ready too. Oh no, wait. No, we've seen this. That's right, because at one of the cannons we could recall this very ship. How could I have forgotten that? That was a long time ago. Okay, now let's get down here. Thin water's coating its surface, but I wonder if, yeah, the objects on it carry quantum properties as well. If we want to keep track of something, we'll have to keep it within our vision, or have our handy-dandy snapshot ready. It doesn't seem very big, though, so let's try and traverse our way to the North Pole and see if a cyclone, a large cyclone like the one on Giant's Deep, we may need to go back for our ship, just in case it tries to pull some shenanigans. No, we can't get close, but maybe we can go up and over? No, it'll probably just take us right off the moon, right? I bet that's what'll happen if we penetrate the clouds. Okay, there's got to be something here for us. Something beyond that shuttle. There's something about the water and the calmness of it in the middle of space in a collapsing solar system that just... I don't know, much like the Nomai, I almost get the feeling that there is intention here. Like this is something that wants you to learn its secrets so that you can earn the privilege of coming in. Now we have that signal. Is it coming from the core, or just how close can we get to it? It's not coming from within here, surprisingly. And when we go out like that, we're just transported back into space with our ship quite a ways away, yeah. I think that's it for this run. But I'm not done with that moon yet. Alright, Quantum Moon, you are mine. The picture goes away if you get in your ship. Okie dokie. Okay, maybe if we start heading towards it, right? Take a picture and allow just inertia to take us in, then maybe we can get a ship in there. Yep. Unless it just ejects us right away. Now, we took some damage because it was an uncontrolled landing, but... This is not the place I left. Hang on. Hang on. It's almost like it's taken on the properties of Dark Bramble. Does the Quantum Moon gain the properties of the body that it's orbiting? Oh, that's... Okay, we've got to get some repairs done first. If we can. What needs to be repaired, actually? Right here. The cockpit. A jellyfish from Giant's Deep. And some kind of Nomai structure? Let's take a picture. We can't trust it to not move while we're away. We've got to investigate the Quantum Moon in each of its locations, and remember, there is a mystery 6th location. It's representing each of the planets. There's text over here. You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. Recall the rule of the 6th location. Now, I'm not sure what the rule of the 6th location is, but as far as the rule of quantum entanglement, does that mean that I can use this to travel? Hang on. Using this tower. No. Back down. Oh, I didn't realize it went up above the clouds. Ooh. What else can we find here on the Bramble version? huge. Somehow this is almost as terrifying, if not more terrifying, than the Bramble itself. Why is it emulating these properties? Will this be the same shuttle no matter where we find it? Yeah, it looks like it. Where's our ship? Oh, over here. Why wasn't it showing a signal? It's not destroyed, is it? No, damage looks fine. Oh, this is super creepy. We have a few new log entries. What does it tell us? Quantum Moon, Solemnum Shuttle, Quantum Shrine. But the 6th location, that's what we still don't understand. It doesn't say there's more to explore here, but I think it's not here that I need to continue exploring. What I need to do is figure out how to ride this rock to the 6th location. What happens when we leave? Let's just see if that's the case. No, still at the Bramble. I wonder if time passes normally while I'm in there. I would assume so, but I'm not sure. While we're at it, you know, I'll tell you what, I have actually been meaning to make more expeditions into the Bramble itself. I feel like there's gotta be something here that I'm missing. I mean, it seemed like it was recursive, but maybe there's something I can learn? Maybe even using some of the quantum knowledge that I've gained. Because this definitely seems to have some kind of anomalous properties to it, where it's just endlessly recursive. Okay, we're going to use the same strategy as before, where we're going to try and get the ship in there as far as we possibly can. Now remember, it's very, very unforgiving. Wait. I can actually still hear you, but maybe we haven't made the full transition yet? Start going fast. We encountered this very quickly. I wasn't getting any signals before. We're losing you, Feldspar. No, we still have you. I was looking for signals in here before and I never picked any up. Feldspar, I'm still following. Alright, let's get some momentum in your direction and just wait. We have time now that we have the ship. And I am wearing the suit, so we gotta remember to bail, though. If they start coming at me, don't try to run, just bail. We will have enough time for that, I think. Coming for you, Feldspar. Let's keep our adjustments to a minimum. Oh, this is so creepy. Chasing a dead man's harmonica song through the fog on some distant planet inhabited by hostile creatures. None of which I've actually seen yet. This whole place is behaving very differently from the last time I was here. And I'm starting to hear something else too, I feel like. No. Nope, don't lose him, don't lose him, don't lose him. You're on the other side of this, whatever this is. Another seed. Oh, that's another thing. Why is this place just periodically ejecting these things into space? One landed on Timber Hearth, another on Giant's Deep. Coming here the first time was one of the scariest experiences I've had in a game like this in a long time. But now, I can't lie, I'm still a little creeped out, but I'm determined as well. It's starting to get dark again. And I don't know what that light is. I'm tempted to send out the scout probe. Look at it getting simultaneously farther away and closer to me. Oh, I think it caught on something. Nope, signal scope, that's what we're doing. We're not going to stop. It's not just recursive, it is changing, it is getting darker. But we haven't seen many other lights either. It's almost like the anglerfish have just abandoned this area. Now, there were less of them as we went on the last time, but this is very different. I almost wonder if it doesn't randomly generate these areas to some degree. I keep waiting to see a big set of teeth emerge out of the fog at me. I haven't entirely given up on the idea that perhaps it's a trap. Wait, that's not a regular anglerfish. There's trees in there. No, he didn't. The great Feldspar did not make his home in the mouth of a long-dead ancient horror. Oh, that is so Kerbal. I mean, Herthian, oh my god, are we gonna get to meet him? I've heard so much about this guy. Oh, at this point, it's almost like meeting a celebrity. Hang on, wait, let's get a little bit closer if we can. I think this is the anglerfish that we saw when we launched the probe into the one at Timber Hearth. Alright, let's land on the teeth. Let's land on the teeth. Or we don't need to land. No gravity. That's him. What, are you not even gonna wave? I was not expecting a happy ending from this story. Look, you've got a gravity crystal and everything to anchor you here. This isn't just like finding Atlantis like I compared this to earlier. This is like meeting Amelia Earhart. Whoa! Where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever actually. You did. That makes you the second Herthian to ever reach Dark Bramble. After me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you! They made you an astronaut? And you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. If only you knew, Feldspar. You're alive. You never were the brightest hatchling, were you? Okay, well, stay here and rot. I'll turn my ship around and go home. Yeah, that's right. I'm alive. Been camping out here since my ship, you know, crashed violently. You crashed? But you're the greatest pilot in Herthian history. I haven't lived in polite society for a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that wasn't sarcasm. A little bit. It was just a little bit. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep, and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever been before. Getting around in Dark Bramble was easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. Buddy, that ain't the biggest threat here, if you haven't noticed. But after a while, I run into this huge anglerfish. You've seen him? Big, gnarly things. And this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off, nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine, and, well, like I said, crash, blammo. One impact and my ship starts making noises like it's coming apart from the inside. And I think, well, that ain't great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before the electrical system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. Found this skeleton later. Great find. Would have been stupid not to use it. Honestly, I agree. So I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's how it all went down, hatchling. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy the fire a while. Or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Anything else you wanted? I have so much I want to tell you. It's weird, you seem like you would be like the authority on this stuff, but really, that's kind of Gabbro. Lay it on me, hatchling. Look, I found the anglerfish nest. That must be that cluster of eggs that I found before. So that's where the blasted things come from, is it? Stars above, if I still had a working ship, I'd be sorely tempted to go show 'em what's what. Probably best to leave 'em alone, though, really. More trouble than it's worth to mess with anglerfish. No, I have so much more to tell you. I found a dark bramble seed on timber hearth. In fact, it kind of led to you. That's bad business, hatchling. As Chert will tell you, if you so much as glance in dark bramble's direction, there used to be a fifth planet where Bramble is now. This infernal plant appeared at the center and kept growing and growing and growing until it shattered the planet and scattered its pieces across space. I'm kind of starting to think maybe it came from somewhere else. Like, this isn't native to Dark Bramble, it appeared in there somehow. If we don't get that seed you found sorted real quick like, I suspect Timber Hearth will be heading toward the same fate. And I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by some worthless seed. No, there's so much more. I found Nomai writing saying anglerfish are blind. Haha! So the blasted things do have a weakness. Meaning my fly as fast as I can approach to dealing with them could have used a bit more thought behind it. Well, at least they didn't eat me. All's well that ends well, eh, hatchling? Stop ending dialogue. I've got so much more to say. Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? Well, yeah, sure, whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kinda like it out here. Quiet. Peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. We can be the best together. What happened to this anglerfish? Oh, the skeleton? It was like this when I got here. Yeah, that's your story and you're sticking to it, huh? As near as I can tell, this anglerfish must have been chewing on the vine and eaten a seed, and then the seed grew and grew in the poor fish's stomach until this happened. Gross, huh? The skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so they mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Great idea. And you know what? There's more I want to ask you about, but I think for now, I'll just have a marshmallow with the great Feldspar himself. Can't wait to tell Gabbro about you. You know, this music has a way about it of making it seem so bittersweet, no matter what location you're looking at when it plays. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more of a log from you. We can also go look for your ship. Yeah, we'll definitely be back to you. And there's that duplicate signal. There is where the thing comes out. Let's try launching our scout launcher through and see if we can't see Timber Hearth. Oh, I don't know if it'll make it in time, now that I think about it. Yep, there we go. Embrace... No, it comes straight back here. Whoa! Not a bad last sight. Might take it a while to reach us here, actually. Not even the pocket dimension is safe. Alright, we're gonna nail this opening, going like 200 meters per second. Slow down a little coming in. Let's reacquire your signal, figure out exactly where you're coming from. Yep, we just need to figure out which dot you are. We want to get here a lot faster this time so we have more time to look around. We've got to discover where your ship ended up. From the sound of it, where you are, there's actually a lot more to explore. Now, I think last time I came for you, I was too focused on assuming that only one of these lights would actually lead somewhere, but it seems like it's this whole winding path. Something's angry. Something's real angry, so we've got to go silent for a bit. I am already wearing the suit, so bailing is a possibility. And there's the seed we need. But it is active. I'm afraid to try anything. We need the ship, definitely. We're learning so much in this episode in such a short time span. But there's still a lot more I want to see. Oh, the sound of that breathing out there, that heavy, evil breathing. I think we get close, and we make a run for it. Just make a run for it. Crash a little, that's okay. We gotta head for there. Get our momentum at the start, and then just rely on that as we push forward. Alright, here you are again. Let's just reorient ourselves. Now, what is that glow coming from back there? I should probably have asked him first about... Ah, there we go. There's your old ship. Which I don't suppose we can repair for you. Ah, and there's the vine you crashed through. Anything to be seen inside? Oh, it's a whole long thing. Okay, let's have a look at your ship first, and then we'll figure out what we're doing from there. Which I think I bumped into. It's not going to let me have anything to do with that. Yeah. That thing is a flying hot potato. Well, let's get to exploring this thing then. It may narrow up ahead, and we may be forced to go on without our own ship. Let's just heal up just in case. This is already quite narrow. But adventure ho, that's the way of things. That's the Hearthian way of things. It looks like we really are on our own from here. Now, learn from before, we want to be moving pretty quickly. We don't want to waste any time. Ugh. Something new is happening. There's some gravity. It's not strong, but it's there. Dry land. Wait, what is this? This looks like ice. The ship is 14 kilometers away? Oh, maybe Feldspar was here. Huh. Trip 4? Entry number, I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes 3. Boring crashes 0. A personal best. Whoa! Never thought I'd see one of these beasties outside of Giant's Deep. Buddy, you're on Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here, too? What do you mean, useful? Ugh. This thing tastes terrible. The outside is all rubbery and tough. Maybe that's because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity? Right. I'm going inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. Huh. Can we tauntaun these things in order to get through the electrical core? Now, so that's cool. It applies, like, kind of common knowledge of things like don't touch a jellyfish's tendrils or don't swim into the cyclone, and sort of turns it on its head. You have to do certain counterintuitive things in order to progress in this game, which is cool. You can either happen upon them or learn about them through others' readings and writings. Now the question is, where do we go from here? These guys, they're the key, I think, to getting to that lost module from the gravity cannon. Or rather, the probe cannon. Alright, next question. Are we able to get out here? We need to find out where we are. Oh. Wait, no, it says I'm still on Dark Bramble. No, we're actually on one of the sides of Dark Bramble, but we never would have found this on our own. Okay, I was kind of excited there that maybe we'd found that 6th location, but oh no, I just jumped down here without knowing where I was actually going. Howdly doodly, Feldspar. Don't mind me, just went exploring, got teleported to the top of the planet, jumped off the top of the planet, and fell back down to here. You know, the usual. Oh, please notice me, senpai. Anyway, I'm gonna just ask you now what there is to explore around here. That's the spirit. Anywhere's good, but you should know that space is weird here. Intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of these weird seeds? See there with a little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in 2 places at once, but I don't think that's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right in here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger. Much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space in Dark Bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Well, that's my theory. Keep that in mind while you're exploring Dark Bramble, and maybe you won't get lost inside forever. Good luck! Well, we learned something at least. Seems like we pretty much literally have to crawl inside this one in particular. Through all of this? Oh. We actually can just walk right through all of this. But you stopped right here. You literally cut through a living being with a pickaxe. Note to Feldspar, do not eat this even if you are dying. It would be too sad if this were the last thing you ever ate in your life. I guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. Okay, but is that all there is here? Guess we'll have to go back and find out. Now what happens if we were to look over this edge? Probably just falls, yep, straight back down into the bramble. Might as well take the express route back through the vine, then. Okay, according to this, that is it. Yeah, now that I know that orange means there's more to explore, it's useful at the very least for determining if I've done everything there is to do at a given space. Which it seems like, of the things we have here, I've seen most of it. The most frustrating loose ends of all to me are the ones on the Hanging City in the Old Settlement. Now, I know we still haven't gotten into the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. I have no idea how to do that. But, I mean, these places are really frustrating to me just because they're so confusing. Everything looks the same, everything's falling apart, everything's hard to reach. So it's real annoying for me. But that's not all we haven't seen all of. There's still the matter of that sun station. Okay, I figured I'd be able to ask you about the jellyfish. Huh. So the old thing is still there, is it? That's where I first camped out after the crash. You know, it was pretty cozy inside. It does lack the structural integrity and indomitable spirit of a camp made in the shelter of the very bones of the species that tried to eat you, I suppose. Still, very cozy. Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna meditate now, and I can't think of a better person to do it with. I feel like such an honored guest here. So we're returning now to Ash Twin, and this is kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of this video. So this is kind of the first time in a while that the uploads have caught up with my actual recording. I think at this time, episode 6 has just gone up, and I've gotten a chance to read some of the comments very, very carefully. I read like 1 or 2 comments, and also there's been some discussion on the Discord, which I can no longer go on because it's all spoiler discussions that I'm tempted to unspoiler. And you guys were saying, no, it was right there, the teleport to the sun station. And I was like, I assumed this was the teleport to the sun station, but I also assumed that you had to activate it, because I walked over the thing and it didn't work. Now I know it has to be aligned physically, but if this actually just works, if you don't have to activate anything and you just stand on it and it just will work, I'm gonna be real friggin' mad. I'm gonna be real friggin' mad. And what to add insult to injury, people just, assume that if I don't do something that I don't know or I forgot how it works. No, I remember how the launch pads work. I remember how the teleport pads work. I assumed you need to activate something for them to start working, because we had to activate something on the other station in order to get the one on Brittle Hollow to work. Okay, so here's you. You've got your lens that points you in that direction, right? There's the sun passing over. Now we've just got to wait. I'm actually going to park the ship on the sand because I think with how quickly it went the last time, I think we really do have to wait for it to come out and then just run for it. Crouching through as soon as the doorway appears type of thing. Unless that happens. That could also be the case. Alright, hide, 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 hide. Get out of the way. I almost just took the Prometheus school of running away from things. Well, there goes the ship, but that shouldn't really matter. Alright, now we gotta crouch through this right away, assuming this is the correct one. I think there might have been a couple of balconies, I don't quite remember. No, this is it. Okay, run. Run, 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 run. Okay, it does work, you just have to get here right on time. Alright, do-do-do. Let's go. Some of you also said, I read one comment that said, you give up on things too quickly. Guy, I have a 90-minute record window per video. If I can't do something, I gotta move right on. Now, you guys activate when we go through them. We learned that from Brittle Hollow. But let's see. If we just stand on this for a while, maybe next time it aligns with the sun, it'll just do it. Or, actually, wait, another thought just occurred to me. Does sun block line of sight to the station? If so, that may be even more annoying. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, never mind, it's right there. And... no? Oh, no, there we go. Ooh. Hey, we're here! Finally. Your wall seems to be... oh, never mind, it's working. But we don't get oxygen from dead plants. Writings. Man, this is what's been orbiting the sun? This is less a ship and more a building. 281,042 years ago. No user commands received for 10 minutes. All systems entering sleep. Okay, so there goes my shortened timescale idea. 6 minutes, 55 seconds ago. Increased solar activity detected. Sun station hull integrity approaching critical levels. Closing emergency doors. Warning, opens emergency door. That's just what I want. Well, unless there's an emergency inside. No, not inside. Oh, look Look at that! Oh! Okay, that's just what I was trying to avoid. Are we strong enough to make it over that? The gravity must be intense. What happens if we send the scout out? I mean, it's fine, but I don't know if gravity acts on the scout. Oh, once again, just like everything in this game, it's terrifying but utterly gorgeous to look at. I could look at this for hours. I mean, I probably shouldn't. I'm staring directly into the sun, but you know what I mean. Hey, ship. Are you getting a good view, too? Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, it seems to have its own gravity. We can't even use our... no, we're using our thrusters. I just can't hear them. That was amazing. This game is just full of such breathtaking experiences. And my reward is knowledge. Mission. Science compels us to explode the sun. Can't we change this? I don't enjoy working in view of such a morbid mission statement. But it's accurate. We're going to create a supernova for the purpose of scientific progress. That's our mission. Why would they want that? Our mission is to decide if such an irresponsible feat is even possible. Here's a better one. Mission. Determine if it's possible to prompt the sun to explode. You lack a sense of humor. At least I don't lack a sense of ethics. Kindly refrain from going supernova on me before the sun does, idea. You know, not to kill the mood, but I can't read the name Idea without thinking Medea. You know, like the Tyler Perry character. We can go up there for a better view. Hello, Giant Steep and Quantum Moon. Oh, it's like a Halo map. Another one of these statues? Oh, look, we're moving around the sun so fast, it's like watching the stars rotate around us. Objects relative in space, it's a crazy thing. We've got to get down there. Ugh. Look at that, taunt you with what appears to be a fall straight into the sun itself? I know there's only so long we have, but I can't stop looking. Star has reached end of natural life cycle. Now approaching red giant stage. Warning, evacuate sun station, but there's still more to learn. Approximate time until sun station is destroyed by expanding star, 1 minute 15 seconds. 12 minutes 45 seconds until the death of the sun, so it's as I suspected, this place gets consumed eventually. Like, early on, actually. Okay, we don't have a lot of time. This is the Ash Twin projection stone, which we've already seen this. Is this the area that survives within its core? I was really startled by that blaring soundtrack. I'm almost tempted to stay and see what happens, but, well, it's not like I don't know. So we'll have already read you then, right? What happened? Did the sun station not fire? It fired, Yarrow, but it failed. The sun barely responded. There were infinitesimally small surface-level changes, but they were barely visible even to the third eye. The sun station is useless. It will never and could never cause the sun to explode. I don't know what comes next, my friends. I suppose we must start over, but I'm unsure how to start over. Return to Ash Twin first, my friend. Perhaps a change of task would help. Spire noticed a comet approaching the star system that we'd like to investigate. That was your end. Pi, I hurt for you, my friends. We all know how hard you both worked. I can only offer my compassion. How are you and Idea? We're well. Yarrow, or as well as can be expected given the circumstances, though disappointed. I may have disagreed with exploding the sun, but I never wished the device would fail. I'd hoped our terrible work was finished. I think that's all? How long? 24 seconds. Yep, we're done. Well, might as well enjoy the show then. As its expansion consumes us. We'll wait. I suppose there's no harm in waiting until the next cycle to see if there's more to be learned from this place. After all, given the nature of this thing, we can always come back. Oh, look at that. Our prongs dipping into the molten surface. Singed. Alright. Before I go and check my ship's log to see what all we learned, I'm gonna go talk to Hornfels. I just want to see if we can't at least try to talk to him about finding Feldspar and all of that. You know, now that I think about it, there were actually other pads and viewing glasses in the other towers on Ash Twin. Literally the reason I held off for so long was because I thought that each of those pads corresponds to a station, right? Which was true, but one which needs, like, to be activated somehow. That's been the thought in my head ever since the Brittle Hollow one. I found Feldspar. You found them? And they're in Dark Bramble? Stars above, this is wonderful news. Thank you for finding them. That Feldspar didn't immediately join you on your ship and return here is incredibly Feldspar of them. We were never entirely sure what Feldspar was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish them out of that dreadful place with all haste. I'll radio Gosan and have them prepare a ship. It really should be Gosan who brings Feldspar home. Again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're still alive and unharmed. Well, I guess we're good. I'm so glad we can relay that information, even if it doesn't really matter in the context of this loop. Coming out here, it's like we've immediately taken on a more cheerful tone. The Hearthians are just a group that... I'm glad it makes you spend so much time with them, because it really makes you feel the weight of what you're really trying to do here. You're having fun, but this game's got this tone to it where the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and simultaneously there's no pressure, which is something you could only do with the exact circumstances present in this game. You know, I mean, listen to this soundtrack here. And it's a thought that I had when I was setting up this record session, because I was having some audio issues at first. I was listening to the soundtrack that plays over the main menu. And I kept thinking... Well, it reminded me of years back when I played Undertale. It's got this feeling to it where... it's simultaneously somewhat a little bit melancholy, but with this, like, strong vibrance and hope in it, and spirit. And I think it just embodies what the Hearthians are all about. They don't even know they're in danger, but those of us who do know, me and Gabbro and maybe Feldspar, we're not worried, we just know we have a job to do. It's amazing how much it makes you feel for these little guys, and even a bunch of guys you've never met before. All in the space of only knowing them for roughly 23 minutes. But if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, this game will also be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Oh, and while we're addressing comments, yes, I am aware of the DLC. Yes, I am aware of some horrifying unknowns out in space that I haven't acknowledged. I'm trying to deliberately save them for later. Thank you.